Hey there, animal lovers! Are you ready to dive into the world of the most adorable creatures on the planet? Let's talk about kittens and puppies. These little furballs are not just pets, they're bundles of joy that bring endless entertainment and love into our lives. They're small, fluffy, and full of surprises. Each day with them is a new adventure, filled with unexpected moments that make you laugh and melt your heart. One minute they're napping peacefully, looking like the epitome of tranquility. The next minute they're bouncing off the walls. Their energy seems boundless and their enthusiasm is contagious. From their clumsy stumbles to their playful antics, these little creatures bring laughter and joy into our lives. It's impossible to stay in a bad mood when you're around them. Get ready for a dose of cuteness overload. Watching them play together is like witnessing a live comedy show, full of unexpected twists and turns. You know what I'm talking about, right? That feeling you get when you see a tiny ball of fur with big, curious eyes. It's like they have a direct line to your heart. It's impossible not to smile. Their innocent faces and playful behavior can brighten even the darkest of days, but don't let their cuteness fool you. These little furballs can be quite the troublemakers. These little guys are also masters of mischief. Whether it's knocking over a vase or unraveling a roll of toilet paper, they always find a way to keep you on your toes. They're like tiny comedians, always up to something funny. Their antics are not just amusing, they remind us to find joy in the little things. And let's not forget the cuddles. And after a long day of play, there's nothing better than snuggling up with your furry friend. Their warmth and purring or gentle snores are the perfect end to any day. Taking care of them is a responsibility, but it's one that comes with countless rewards. Feeding them, playing with them, and watching them grow is a journey filled with love and companionship. So, whether you're a cat person, a dog person, or both, there's no denying the special place these furry bundles of cuteness and chaos hold in our hearts. They make our lives richer, funnier, and infinitely more joyful. So next time you see a kitten or a puppy, take a moment to appreciate the joy they bring into the world. They may be small, but their impact is huge. Here's to the furry bundles of cuteness and chaos that make our lives so much brighter. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to give your pets an extra hug today. Have you ever seen a kitten stalk a toy? It's hilarious. They crouch low to the ground, their little bodies quivering with anticipation, their eyes widen, laser-focused on their prey. They inch forward, step by stealthy step, and then the pounce! Sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's a total miss, but either way it's guaranteed to be adorable. Puppies can be sneaky too. They love to hide and then jump out to surprise you. It's their way of saying, I'm here to play. Kittens and puppies are still learning about the world. Every day is a new adventure for them, filled with curiosity and wonder. They explore their surroundings with wide-eyed excitement, eager to discover every nook and cranny. They haven't quite mastered the whole spatial awareness thing yet. Their little legs are still getting used to the idea of balance and coordination. It's like watching a toddler take their first steps, adorably clumsy and full of determination. So, what does that mean? Epic fails, of course. These little furballs often find themselves in the most hilarious predicaments, whether it's a miscalculated jump or a slippery surface. Their attempts at navigating the world can be both heartwarming and comical. Like the time my kitten, George Michael, tried to jump from the sofa to the coffee table. He had that determined look in his eyes, as if he was about to conquer the world. But as you might guess, things didn't go as planned. Let's just say he didn't quite make it. His little paws reached out, but the distance was just a bit too much for him. It was a moment of pure suspense, followed by a gentle thud. He landed right on his bottom with a surprised little meow. The look on his face was priceless, half confusion, half indignation. It was as if he was saying, "What just happened?" Don't worry, he was fine. Kittens are resilient little creatures. He just shook it off, gave himself a quick groom, and was back on his feet in no time. He just shook it off and went right back to being his adorable self. Moments like these remind us of the joy and innocence that pets bring into our lives. Their playful antics and boundless energy are a constant source of entertainment. Puppies have their fair share of tumbles too. Their boundless enthusiasm often gets the better of them, leading to some truly memorable moments. Watching a puppy navigate its world is like watching a live comedy show. They trip over their own paws, bump into things, and sometimes even chase their own tails. It's a never-ending cycle of trial and error, but they never seem to get discouraged and sometimes even fall asleep mid-walk. Yes, you heard that right. One moment they're full of energy and the next they're out like a light. It's these little quirks that make them so endearing. Whether it's a kitten's daring leap or a puppy's sleepy stumble, these epic fails and adorable mishaps are what make our pets so special. They remind us to find joy in the little things and to embrace life's imperfections with a smile. Ever heard of the zoomies? It's a real thing. One minute your kitten or puppy is relaxed, the next minute they're racing around the house like they've got a rocket strapped to their tail. It's a burst of pure energy that comes out of nowhere. And the best part, they look like they're having the time of their lives. Their ears flap in the wind, their tails wag furiously, and they might even let out a playful bark or meow. It's impossible not to laugh at their infectious enthusiasm. Section 5, achoo, tiny sneezes, big entertainment. Kittens and puppies have the cutest sneezes ever. It's this tiny little achoo that sounds more like a squeak. Their whole bodies shake with the effort, and sometimes their little noses crinkle up in the funniest way. It's hard to explain why it's so funny. Maybe it's the unexpectedness of it, or maybe it's just the sheer adorableness. Whatever the reason, those tiny sneezes never fail to bring a smile to my face. Section 6, sleep, my little lions, sleep. Kittens and puppies can fall asleep anywhere in any position. Curled up in a ball, sprawled out on their backs with their legs sticking straight up in the air. You name it, they've slept like that. And the best part, they always look so peaceful and content. I once found George Michael sleeping inside a shoe. Another time my dog Portia fell asleep with her head resting on a stack of books. It's like they're always searching for the most comfortable and unusual places to take a nap. Section 7, the head tilt, a puppy's secret weapon. Puppies have this adorable habit of tilting their heads to the side when you talk to them. It's like they're trying to understand every word you're saying, or maybe they're just trying to get a better look at your face. Either way, it's one of the cutest things ever. It's their secret weapon for melting your heart. And it works every single time. How can you resist those big, innocent eyes and that adorable head tilt? Section 8. Why we can't resist those puppy dog eyes. Speaking of puppy dog eyes, let's talk about why they're so irresistible. Have you ever wondered why you just can't say no to a puppy looking up at you with those big, soulful eyes? It's not just you. It's a universal phenomenon. It's all in the science. When dogs look at us with those big pleading eyes, their brains release oxytocin. And guess what? Our brains do the same thing. When dogs look at us with those big pleading eyes, their brains release oxytocin. And guess what? Oxytocin is the love hormone. This hormone is responsible for creating a bond between a mother and her baby. And it works the same way between humans and dogs. Oxytocin is the love hormone. It's the same hormone that's released when we hug someone we love. This hormone makes us feel good, and it creates a bond between us and our furry friends. It's the same hormone that's released when we hug someone we love. So when a puppy looks at you with those big eyes, it's not just a cute face, it's a biological trigger that makes you want to take care of them. So basically, our brains are hardwired to find those puppy dog eyes irresistible. This is why we feel an overwhelming urge to protect and care for them. It's a survival mechanism that has evolved over thousands of years. And kittens are just as good at manipulating us with their cuteness, just like puppies. Kittens have evolved to have features that trigger our nurturing instincts. Those tiny meows and gentle head boops are enough to make us do anything they want. Their big eyes and small size make them appear vulnerable, which triggers our protective instincts. So the next time you find yourself unable to resist those puppy dog eyes or kitten meows, remember it's not just you, it's science. Section 9. Kitten kisses and puppy dog licks. Let's not forget about those sloppy kisses and licks. Kittens are known for their gentle head boops and soft licks. It's their way of showing affection, and while puppy kisses might be a little sloppier, they're just as full of love. It's their way of saying, "You're my favorite human, and I'm so happy to see you." Sure, it might not be the most hygienic way to show affection, but it's definitely the most heartwarming. Section 10. The joys of playtime. Playtime with kittens and puppies is always an adventure. They chase after toys with boundless energy, pounce on anything that moves, and love to play tug-of-war with their favorite humans. Their enthusiasm is contagious, and it's impossible not to have fun when they're around. Whether it's a game of fetch in the park or a cuddle session on the couch, spending time with these furry friends is always a guaranteed mood booster. They bring so much joy and laughter into our lives, and we're so lucky to have them. Section 11. In conclusion, a celebration of furry friends. Kittens and puppies are a constant source of amusement and entertainment. From their clumsy antics to their playful personalities, they bring joy and laughter into our lives every single day. So, the next time you're feeling down, just remember the hilarious zoomies, the adorable head tilts, and the pure joy of playtime with these furry little creatures. They're a reminder that sometimes the best things in life come in small, furry packages.